it's a lot that goes into it, but pre-launch, you are like planning your launch, right? During your launch, that's when it kicks off. Once the launch ends, you go into post-launch. That's when you're literally like, you do your wrap-up call, and then you also do your wrap-up call, and then you also are like evaluating your numbers. You do your launch recap, and we do a launch recap that's very detailed. We have a sheet that we use. It's our launch tracker sheet, and we literally compare, even during the launch. I'll give you guys this. Let's say I'm doing a webinar next week. I always have my team every single day that we are in promotion for the launch. When people are signing up before it starts, they send me the numbers before, like how the numbers for this launch compared to the numbers in the last launch, so that I know what I should be doing during the promotional period to push numbers. I knew for our last launch that the numbers were going to be a little bit lower. So the launch before last, we brought in like $90,000 from an online virtual launch, and it was a small launch. But, it brought in $90,000. And I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. It's a smaller launch. But we had a larger ad spend for that launch than the launch we were just about to do, for the launch that we did recently. And so I was like, okay, this launch needs to bring in $60,000 based on our ad spend, based on how many people are showing up. This is what we need to do for the launch. But I knew it was going to be a harder sell because we didn't have anything higher ticket to sell. We were only selling products that were under $1,500. Okay. And so that's considered lower ticket for what we typically sell. And so I was like, okay, because I know this, during my launch, I now need to do a bonus Q&A for VIPs. I actually re-recorded the whole thing so I didn't feel as passionately about how I delivered the content on day one. And I knew that. And what was bad is that I knew I didn't feel as passionately about the content, which meant that I didn't communicate as effectively to the people who were there, even though people loved it. But when you are on a mission, like the person watching this is, like you have a different standard for yourself than good. So when people are like, oh, that's good, and when you're like, yeah, that was good, but it wasn't great. Like as a speaker, I know when I kill it. Like, and I'm not, and I don't say that in an arrogant way because I don't always feel like killed it. I just told you I thought I did just okay at my last launch. So I was like, okay, let me do a bonus Q&A. I went to that bonus Q&A. I killed that Q&A. That Q&A was fire. Okay, more sales came in. Then I was like, I'm going to redo the entire launch. I'm going to do an encore of the entire launch the Saturday before cart closed. And I decided to do that because I didn't love the way the content came out the day before. So I redid the slides. I stayed up to like midnight redoing the slides, all of that. And I redid it. And we had about not many people on. We probably had 150, 160 people on. So I redid that. Then I decided I was going to add a whole nother after party and we were going to sell the membership. So I redid that. And all of those individual things that I did were before cart closed, except the after party. It was the day after cart closed for our main offer that we sold. And so when I say cart closed, that literally means the day the discount that they got for buying during that period expired. So cart closed literally means the day that the bonus expires, the day that the offer goes off sale, the day that that offer is no longer available. It can mean a number of things. So for us, it just meant the day the discount expired. So I knew I needed to do more activity based on the numbers that were happening during a launch. Why am I bringing this up and spending so much time on this? I'm spending time on this because, guys, you don't start your launch, do it, and then once it's over, evaluate. You need to evaluate all the way through, and you need to change your behavior based on the data that you're seeing. So if I'm seeing lower sales numbers, I'm like, all right, team, let me go live real quick. All right, team, send out another email. All right, team, did you send out a text? Let me see the copy. Let me change the copy. Hey, send out this Loom video instead of that copy. I'm going to post it on LinkedIn too. You're going to have to change your activity to get things moving. And I didn't always do this beforehand. And I'll tell you, when the market tightens up, which is what we're in now, we're in a market that's a little bit tighter. It's not frozen, but it's tighter, especially in the coaching consulting space. And a lot of that is because people are so sick of working with people who don't really know what they're doing. But also it's because whenever there is a tightening in the overall economy, there are some people that get very, very scared and they stop spending. And so when spending slows for the economy as a whole, and we're dealing with inflation and interest rates being high, it will trickle down and affect smaller businesses. This is another reason, another plea for you all to get big. without your business getting bigger, you will have a harder time sustaining things that are outside of your control. And everything isn't you did a bad job, or you're not doing a good job, or you're not good enough, or you're not working hard enough. Some things are legitimately outside of your control. And so a mantra that helps bring peace, joy, into my life without anxiety is inputs on me, outputs on God. I'm going to put in the work to get the results that I have prayed for. But I am not going to obsess over when I see the results. I'm just not. Inputs on me, outputs on God. I'm going to enjoy my life along the way. I'm going to sleep at night. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to have a good time. And so what I will say to you all is you want to make sure that when you want to build your first 7-figure business, that 1, you have focus. 2, you have a plan. 3, you are launching consistently. And above all of this, you want to have a sales plan that is going to align with your revenue goals. And when you aren't tracking towards your revenue numbers, you don't just stop. It was a bad month. No, you're going to keep growing your business.
Yeah. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. I need energy, need only good people that's around me. All the faith you can give, that's the recipe.